You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys. So salute everybody for joining the stream, tapping on in. I appreciate all of you guys, man. If y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe and make sure you guys check out our long form video content, man. We have video content. We have live streams on this channel. A lot of you guys who watch the live streams, you don't even get the notifications for the videos. That's because you have to actually hit the subscribe button, and then you have to hit the little bell and hit all. That way you guys will get all the notifications. And check out our videos. We dropped a lot of videos yesterday. So just go right here to our channel, check out our videos, and you'll see all the videos there. And also, I want to salute a couple people who sent donations, man. I appreciate all of y'all. Clark Ware, salute to you. Elaine, I shouted you out the other day. Sonia Haskin Costin, I appreciate you with the donation and the PayPal. Nice donation. As well as the beautiful Jennifer Menzies, always showing love in that PayPal with the donation as well. And I salute to all of y'all. If y'all want to donate, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Also, shout out to the people who send donations to the Cash App. I'm going to shout y'all out in the very next live stream we do. But let me get right into this, man, as Michael Jackson. And I'm going to say this again to the person who told me to stop promoting this garbage. Get off my nuts. I bring news to the channel. Whether you believe it or not, that's your prerogative. It's not going to stop me from reporting the news. So you can write it in all caps. You can write it however you want to write it. But you clicked on the video. So if you didn't want to listen to the report, know your role and shut your mouth, punk bitch, and get the hell off my channel. Matter of fact, I'm going to help you. You gone. You're blocked. The hell is you going to tell me what news to and to not to report? You don't tell me don't report on the news on Donald Trump. You don't tell me don't report on the news on Bill Clinton. So don't tell me who the hell I should and shouldn't report news on. I'm going to report news on anything I want to report news on. If you don't like it, you can kiss my ass, period. Now, back to this video. My bad, you guys. I had to wipe a stain off the channel real quick. Now, let me get right back to this, right? So, legendary singer Michael Jackson, he has been hit with new allegations. Now, Michael Jackson, man, we all know what type of legendary singer he is, not only in the community, but worldwide. And there have been, certain speculations that have surrounded him his entire life, but none of those things were actually proved in a court of law. But now Michael Jackson has been hit with even more allegations now. In California, these allegations have been filed in a civil court against, in a federal lawsuit against Michael Jackson estate. Now, for basically adult siblings from Cascio, the Cascio family, Edward Cascio, Dominique Cascio, Marie Nicole Porte, and Aldo Cascio, claim that Michael Jackson sexually abused them over more than a decade, starting in the 1990s, when some were as young as 7 and 8. Now, they described Michael Jackson as a serial child predator who allegedly groomed, brainwashed, drugged with alcohol, referred to as quote unquote Jesus juice and quote unquote Disney juice, exposed them to corn videos, and subjected them to all word sexual assault and extreme sex acts. Now, it's a 23-page complaint that's out right now from them. Now, they were reportedly a part of what was called, or once called, Michael Jackson's quote unquote second family. Now, the specific claims have involved abuse at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch during his Dangerous World Tour in 1992-1993, and his Story World Tour at Elizabeth Taylor's house in Switzerland, and at Elton John's home in the United Kingdom. Now, no suggestion that Taylor or Elton John knew or were involved in any of the alleged abuses from the paperwork, but this includes the first public allegations of Jackson of abusing a female, which name is Marie Nicole. Now, this suit accuses Michael Jackson's companies and his employees of aiding, abetting, and concealing the abuse, framing it as child sex trafficking. Now, uh, basically, um, you know, here's the thing: they're coming after his, you know, estate, right? And so this has not been proven in court. Jackson was acquitted of related criminal charges in 2005 in a trial, right? There's no new criminal charges that came. Actually, he's not here anymore. So that route will be gone. You understand what I'm saying? As far as anything criminal, because the man ain't here to defend himself no more, right? And so to everybody who says, where's the proof or they're lying, listen, let's just be honest. The situation when Michael Jackson went to court on, he was found not guilty. But he has now these other people that's coming out. We haven't even seen or heard. We haven't even seen or heard any evidence from them. So it's not like we can say, hey, that's what court is for. So if they have any evidence, they got to show it in court. It's not for them to come and put it out here in the main public. They got to show it in court. And that's for everybody to determine. Well, whatever they bring forward, that's for everybody to make your own determination, right? So when he went to criminal court, he was found not guilty on different types of on a different situation, but the similar type of allegations. Now he's being accused. And see, this is what I'm going to say right now, right? I want to say this to everybody listen to this video, because this is not whether you think he did it or he didn't do it or whatever it is. The reason why people don't come out with allegations that have been is because of people that's in this comment section. We all may galvanize or gravitate to certain celebrities, and we don't even know them personally. We just know them and love them through their music and through, how they're. Let me give you an example, right? And this is not me taking any side, but I'm just giving you an example. I liked Eddie Winslow growing up from Family Matters. I didn't know Eddie Winslow was a piece of trash and was running around here dating got daggone. I don't even want to say that. I can't say that on YouTube. I didn't know Eddie Winslow was doing what he was doing. I didn't know he moved like that. I looked at Eddie Winslow like when I was growing up, I looked at Eddie, Carl Winslow different. The things you hear about Carl Winslow, like I said before, hey man, it's his life, you live it. But the things you see with Eddie Winslow, I would have had no idea back then. You couldn't have told me nothing like that. So that's why I always sit back and I say, you know what, man? I can't demonize somebody else's life or their story. I have to wait to see how the evidence play out on all these different situations, right? This is the same thing I tell y'all about Donald Trump being accused in the Epstein files. Everybody want to come out and say, oh, they're lying, it ain't true, it ain't true. And then y'all wonder why people don't come out with allegations. Everybody moves the goalposts. I want y'all to really understand this. They move the goalposts in every single situation. Let me tell y'all why. If somebody comes out and immediately calls the cops, they're still called a liar. They're still called a liar. If somebody comes out and immediately goes to the cops, oh, you're lying, you're clout chasing, you're doing it. If somebody waits, oh, you're lying, why did you wait? If somebody doesn't go to the cops, but they sue, all your money grab. Like I said, we don't individually, personally know these people. We don't. We only know them through their celebrity status. Let me say this again. So there's a lot of people, and I want to say this one more time. There's a lot of people, right, that will take a person's celebrity status. You'll worship their celebrity status and don't even know who they are personally. We don't know who any of these people are. Real talk. Well, we don't know who any of these people are personally. So that's why when I sit up here and I think about this and I say, you know what, man? It would be wrong to demonize a person and you don't even know if they're telling the truth or not. Now, Michael Jackson, his personal situation, he had already went to court and trial on one of these cases and was found innocent in that case. This is a whole different allegation. So because he was found innocent on that case, doesn't mean that, hey man, I'm gonna just say, hey, you a lying, capping ass piece of trash. I don't even know these people. This is why I tell y'all, we get, as a community, we get brainwashed on who we like. It's all about who you like or who you want to prop up or who you want to idolize. It's never a due process or let me think about this or let me sit back and see what they got to say or see what the evidence is. That's the approach I take with all these celebrities at this point in time. Because I don't know if I don't know you and I can't vouch for you. I'm gonna sit out here. Who in the blue hell? I want you to think about this. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. When I was growing up, I grew up watching Family Matters. I used to love Eddie Winslow's character, right? Because Eddie Winslow reminds you of a lot of young black men that was growing up, right? I want you to think about this. Eddie Winslow reminded you of a lot of the young black men that was growing up. Love the honeys, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? He had the honeys. They was fine. He had certain situations that if you had a father growing up, you could relate to him getting into it with his pops being a hard working dude, blase blah. You look at the real life Eddie Winslow, man, what the hell? That's Eddie? See, but what you know is the character, not the person. So that's the reason why, and it's not right because a person is a celebrity to say, hey man, they're a celebrity. I'm gonna give them the superiority over this just regular person. That's what we do. We idolize. And I'm not saying, hey, Michael Jackson is guilty or not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's just crazy to me how people do this on all different sides, right? But then, let me say this. When you hear somebody say, in real life, so they can say, hey man, these people are, but in real life, when you heard somebody on a hot mic say they let you grab them by the peas and people still gave that shit a pass, it shows you the idolization and idol worship we have of celebrity figures. It shows you that. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. Nobody know any of these people in the Epstein files from a can of paint. But they're willing to come out and say they're all liars and they're all lies and all these other things. Meanwhile, you got all these different people around the world dropping dead that was in these Epstein files. And I'm gonna say it again. Everybody keep talking about drain money, drain money. You don't know these people. You don't know what's going on. We don't know any of this. We wasn't there. And that's the reason why a lot of people cannot be judges. Because you're prejudging before you haven't even asked to see any of their evidence or hear any of their, you're automatically shooting. You're a horrible judge of character. I would never want you in a court of law being or superseding over any type of hearings because you've already put in your mind that you think these people are lying or not based off of who you like. So let me give you an example. If you don't like a person or a celebrity, let's say you hate or despise a different celebrity, any allegation that comes out against that celebrity, you're going to believe, regardless of whether it's true or false. Why? Because you don't like that person. But if you like that celebrity, if you idolize that celebrity, it's going to be a hard pill for you to swallow. Say it again. I'm going to say it again. You know, a lot of people grew up liking Elvis. Wop bop doo up, doo. Wop bop doo up. Ooh. But when you hear some of the allegations about Elvis, you say, damn, dog. But you don't know the man. You praise a celebrity, status. And I'm going to say it again. That is the problem with our world. I'm going to say it again, right? I'm going to say it again. If you were not there, you cannot speak on that because you do not know. That is why you have court systems. That is why you have ability to enter evidence, and then the people have an opportunity to decide what they want to believe or not believe. But to come out and to instantly, in any case, just off the jump, without you knowing anything, seeing any evidence, say, oh, they're lying. This shit is lying. Remember this now. I want everybody to remember what I'm saying to y'all right now. I want everybody to remember what I'm saying to y'all right now. Remember how many people believed Bill Clinton when he came out, swore in front of the American people that he did not have sexual relations with that woman? Remember, Bill Clinton had so many popular president. A lot of people love Bill Clinton. I love Bill, man. He's a cool guy, man. I like Bill. Bill got damn near 30 or 40 different allegations of sexual misconduct against him throughout his lifetime. Let me say this again. Sat up there in front of the whole world and swore that he did not have sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky and was so upset to say, I need to get back with the American business and serving the people. And he was willing to die on that. But wait, and remember, if you have a good memory, you lived. Remember, many people believed Bill at that time. Many people were demonizing Monica Lewinsky before she came out and dropped that evidence and them draws. Now, let me say this again. This is where the idol worshiping and the celebrity worshiping, and that's why I always sit back. From now, I've sat back. I say, you know what, man? Because you don't really know these people. You don't know any. All you know is when they say lights, camera, action. Right? They can make you the good guy. They can make you the bad guy. You know how many people despise Michael Rappaport for the role he did in Higher Learning? Let me say this right now, right? Just off that, he already had a head start in being hated in the black community. Michael Rappaport. Because he played the role of a stone cold racist. And everybody associated him with that role. For many years, they hated him. Extreme hate. And now you can see he's really, a scum in real life, though, now. You can see because of some of the stuff he does. But think about how just your role in the media, your role in social life can influence how people think about you and feel about you. Right? I want you to think about that. And everybody says, oh, why wait? Why do this? You guys have to understand something. Everybody in this comment section, you have to use your mind and think about something. And I want you to think something very well. Everyone does not think alike. That is the reason why the nation is split right now. That is the reason why you had 77 million people vote for Donald Trump and millions of other people vote for a different person, because everybody don't think alike. And if everybody thought like you, the world would be a completely different place. Right? This is the same stuff I tell y'all about overseas and how people, oh, why don't they need to be free? A lot of these people, they like being in their element. They don't want to be what you are, but you want to force them into your ideology. So what do? Why are they coming out now? Everybody doesn't think like you. When you realize that, you'll understand how the world operates. You'll understand how the world operates. Now, do I want Michael Jackson to be guilty of any of this stuff? No, I would hope and pray he didn't do any of these things. Do I know Michael Jackson? No. Do I know the people accusing Michael Jackson? No. So how in the blue hell could I come out here from a person who knows neither side and call any side a liar? How? Make it make sense. What rational individual would do that unless it's all about who you like as a celebrity? If you ain't going home with a person every day, you don't know what the hell they got going on. How many of these people we've seen? What's the actor's name? The white actor that just got jammed up, y'all, for the child allegations. I forget what he was. They said he was looking at. I forget his name. Famous actor. We all saw this. Nobody would ever thought that. But this is how they get us caught up in your mentality, caught up. The worshiping and praising of celebrities. The elevation of celebrities as if they're greater than another person, the next man. A person who's poor walking down the street doesn't have anything, doesn't have a voice. Think about that. Because when you die and you leave up out this world, none of this shit go with you. That celebrity status is down the toilet. You only leave memories. That's it. We all come in as the same and we leave this motherfucker as the same. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Right? Ma'am, you said it's not about who you like, it's about facts and evidence. Ma'am, you can't talk because you don't even know the facts and evidence of this case. You don't even know the people in this case. These are people that are new that are accusing him right now. These are new allegations. So how can you know the people that's in this case when these are new allegations and the hearing, like I said before, right, have been set for the 5th of this month? I'm going to tell you right now. And I'm going to say this again to everybody listening to this video, right? And you see this man says Mike is an icon. See, that's the problem. You guys put human beings on superhuman levels. They're not God. He didn't create heaven and earth. And that's the problem I have with a lot of people. A lot of you are idol worshipers. You worship idols. Once again, I don't know Michael Jackson. I hope he didn't do it. I hope what all these people are saying are lies. But I'm not going to come out and call a person that I don't know from a can of paint a liar without seeing nothing yet. We understand the court process. So you have to go to court. And this is what everybody's excuse is. Oh, they want money. They want money. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what the situation is, right? And I'm telling y'all what it is. Angel Morales kissed my ass, and you tell your mama to do the same thing. See, what I am, I'm not an idol worshiper. What I am, sir, I'm a man who believes if you treat me right, I treat you right. It don't matter who you are, where you from, or what you look like, son. Period. I believe that black folks have gotten a raw deal. But I also believe there's a lot of idol worshipers around here all the way across the board. And it won't happen with me, Jack. Because the only thing I praise is God, fool. And if you got a problem with that, that's your problem. That's your problem. Right? That's your problem. So you need to understand that. And I'm going to say it again. You need to look up idol worship and all across the board. You guys, it ain't just with one person. All of these different celebrities have people who idolize and worship them, regardless of what they look like, where they from, who they are. These are all facts. Look how they idolize and worship Donald Trump. Donald Trump told y'all straight up, I can walk down the street and pop somebody in the middle of the head and everybody's going to give me an excuse. He said that. And guess what? They all went right along with it. They all went right along with it. He literally said that and everybody listened. right? That's what he said, right? He don't act like you don't remember he said that. He said that, and he said, and I won't lose no voters either.
I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. Oh, my people are so smart. And you know what else they say about my people? The polls. They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. No, they say, Trump, we love you too, man. Trump's voters are by far, I'm at 68, 69%. I'm at 90% total. Like, will you say absolutely? I think it's 68 or 69%. Will you most likely stay? That gets into the 90s. Other guys are like at 10. A guy like Jeb Bush, he has a nobody, but he's like at not. I mean, like they don't have people. They have nothing. Rubio, soft. They're all soft, all soft. My people stay. By the way, Cruz, soft.
That's exactly what he said. And guess what? All these people y'all see still worship. They pray anything he say they believe. Why? Because they idol worship. These are all facts. He straight up told y'all. He said, I have the most loyal people, and I can walk down the street right now, and boom, and they're all going to defend me. Now, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. And to the person who says that Michael didn't do everything that was put on him, nobody said he did, but if he did one of them, it's wrong. If nobody said he did, nobody came on his channel and accused him of anything negative. The only thing I did was tell you I don't worship idols, and I'm not going to come out here and put a celebrity over a regular everyday person. Why? Because I don't know either side. The only people I can truly vouch for in real life is the people I know on a day-to-day basis. That's it. Only a fool will sit out here and put their whole bet on somebody they don't know. They don't even know. You know an image. And these are all facts. And our world has been brainwashed with foolishness to worship idols, to allow these celebrities and people to tell you anything, and you listen to anything they say, and everybody else is a peasant and a peon. Well, I believe in being a voice for the voiceless. I don't believe that shit that Bill Clinton, all these people tell you, oh, I don't know nothing, I didn't see nothing. Liars. They were all there. How the hell didn't you see anything? How the hell didn't you know anything? And you were all right there. It ain't about black. It ain't about white. It's all the way across the board. The jockstrap sniffing. These are facts. And I call it how I see it. Think about this. Well, you don't know a person, but you have such a love, affection, and connection with them. You never met them. You never known them. But you're willing to die on something that you don't even know. You really don't know. We don't know. We don't know a person's deepest, darkest secrets that you don't live with, that you're not around on a day-to-day basis. Let me explain something to y'all. A lot of y'all don't even know what your kids do. You know why? I'm going to say this again. A lot of y'all don't even know what your kids do. Right? Think about what I just said. A lot of y'all don't even know what y'all kids do because y'all ain't even paying attention. You see them in the morning, high by, whatever it is, you go to work, they go to school. You come home from work, you ain't got time to check their tablets, iPhone, iPads, none of that stuff. You don't even know what's going on in their personal life. You don't know what friends they're hanging around with. Hell, some do. Some are really into that stuff. They really deep into it, and they need to know every aspect of what's going on. That's when you truly know. You know how many parents have kids that are out here that commit crimes, murders, robberies and they don't even know because they're not in tune with their kid. They're surprised when they get the call. Like, my kid? No, my kid couldn't have did that robbery. You was hanging out with them. They don't even know. See, this is why I tell you, you have to be able to think on a different level. These people will put their nicks out here for all these different celebrities and don't even know what's going on with their own kids. How many times y'all seen on the first 48, all these other shows, when they call these people parents and they come in, they don't even know their kid was involved in this lifestyle or doing these things. My point is not to say, hey, Michael's guilty. I'm not saying that. I'm not putting that on him. I'm just saying, why demonize another person you don't even know because they're not a celebrity? Think about that. Think about that. So Bill Clinton used his celebrity status to tell the people of the United States of America that he never slept with Monica Lewinsky, had no sexual relations with her. And they demonized Monica Lewinsky. Cassie Ventura. Before that video dropped of Diddy beating the shit out that girl, they demonized Cassie, called her a liar, a whore, all kind of stuff. She's lying. None of this happened. Diddy came out and said he didn't do any of this shit. It's all lies. And he's going to clear his good name. And they was all backing him up saying, hey, man, he ain't lying, man. He ain't do nothing to that girl. Then that video dropped and the whole world said, oh, shit. And people started changing the narrative again. Oh, well, she didn't want to leave. She deserved to get beat. What? Hold on. I thought y'all said he didn't do it at all. And this goes to show y'all the teachings that is going on in our society, or the lack thereof. Peep what I'm saying to everybody that's listening to this video. I'm not saying, hey, man, go out here and say Michael Jackson or any other black man is guilty. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, if we don't know any of these people, now these people are proven to be liars or something like that, okay, cool, I understand that. We don't even know these people. This just came out. This just came out. We don't even know these people. But you're willing to say, hey, man, they're liars, man. They going after this man, liars, man. You don't even know it. I would never want you to be a judge in the courthouse, ever. Because before, and we talk about this all the time, even when a black man walk into court, if a judge see you with tattoos or whatever, guilty. He don't even care about the case, guilty. We need to get those type of people the hell up out of here. You wouldn't even want a type of person that think like you presiding over your case, because you ain't even have enough patience to see the evidence. And to the person who says, okay, why wait so long then, ma'am? The same reason why victims of sexual assault, sexual abuse, rape, all kind of shit wait for years and never come out. Don't you know most instances of R-word are never reported? The women never come forward. Don't you know many men who get abused in their household mentally, physically by their women never speak about it out of shame? You might want to look this stuff up. You know how many men who have been assaulted mentally and physically by women never report it because they don't want to like cowards. They don't want to turn their spouse in. None of this shit. Case in point, Christian Coleman and the girl, Sha'Carri Richardson, who raced. That shit was on tape, that girl putting her hands on that man. The cops came, what he told the cops? Oh, she ain't do nothing. The cop says, no, she did. We saw the tape. If there was no tape, he could have lied to the cops for it. But there was a tape. Then what did she do? She told the cops without no evidence that, oh, he beat me, I got proof. The cops said, okay, well, she ain't even show no proof. Think about what I just said to y'all. Think about what I just said to y'all. The irrationality of the minds of people. We don't even want to see. This is the reason why we at war all the time. Because you don't even want to see or hear from another person. You're willing to go off of what somebody else tell you than to know yourself. A wise man always takes time to say, hold on, man, let me see. Let me listen to everything. Right? And they say, oh, well, take your life. It's not fair. Somebody got to start. Or you just continue to keep the same pattern over and over and over and over and over again. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm glad I grew up around celebrities when I was young. I grew up around like superstar basketball players, celebrities when I was young. So it didn't bother me when I got older. I used to be around people go crazy whenever they seen celebrities. Oh, man. They're like, man, what the hell wrong with you, man? Bro, you don't see that? You ain't gonna. I'm like, yeah, man. That motherfucker take a shit, a dump, put on his clothes, eat and sleep the same way I do. What the hell is wrong with you? You don't lost your damn mind. Think about it. I want you to think about it. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. So once again, for somebody to twist my words, am I saying Michael Jackson is guilty? Hell no, I'm not saying he's guilty. But I don't even know the people that's accusing him. And I've already stated he had a different case where he was acquitted. These are facts that I'm giving y'all. This is a different allegation. Same type of allegations, but different people. I don't know these people. I don't know these people's character. I don't know anything about these people. How can I come on here and shit on a person that you don't even know? That's all I'm saying. Because if I was to call everybody in the comment section up here and I was to say, hey, come in the chat right now, and I ask you, hey, do you personally know Michael Jackson? They'll say no. Do you personally know any of these people that accuse Michael Jackson? Do you know do you know Dominic Cascio, Edward Cascio, Marie Nicole Porte, Aldo Cascio? Do you know any of those people? No. Okay, so what the hell is you talking about? Wait till you see the evidence, and if they lying, bang on them. Period. Period. I told y'all this, right? These are all facts. That's the reason why I don't discount any of the people that we saw in the Epstein files that made allegations. You know why? Because we don't know those people to say whether or not they were lying or telling the truth. But I know one thing. A lot of those people that was around those Epstein files are dropping dead. I know one thing. Virginia Giuffre, dead. They say she took her own life before this whole shit popped off and came and went crazy viral. The man last night, the former Russian senator, dead. Found him dead in a pool of blood yesterday. His daughter come out and say, my father didn't kill himself. He's in the Epstein files. Make it make sense. And I'm going to say it again. All you have to do is go look through the history. Go look through the history. Go back to when Bill Clinton was the president of the United States of America. Bill Clinton was very popular. When Bill Clinton came out and said that he did not have sex with Monica Lewinsky, they tried to destroy Monica Lewinsky. Keep that shit 100. Monica Lewinsky came out with that evidence, and Bill had to admit that he was a stone cold liar that hurt a lot of people that put their neck out there for Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton got impeached. Right? Now, I'm telling y'all, right now, I'm telling y'all this. I'm at a point, man, where if I don't personally know you like that, bruh, right? So once again, I'm just going to tell you guys my personal thoughts are, I don't know, man. I don't know either side. I know that Michael Jackson went to court and he was found not guilty in court for similar type of allegations, but different people. But I totally understand how this thing is. Donald Trump sat here and told y'all he can damn near do anything he want to do, and the people who follow him still gonna follow him. You know why? Because it's all about who he like. Donald Trump told y'all he ain't going to war. He told you Barack Obama was gonna start a war for political purposes. He said it wasn't gonna be good for the country, but it was gonna help Barack Obama politically, and that going to war with Iran was stupid, and that he would never take the United States of America to war. Why lose innocent lives going to a meaningless war when I'm a great deal maker and I can make any deal? And what did Donald Trump do? Come right back in the office, go right to war, and what does everybody sit up here do? Clap their hands and agree with whatever he says. They don't question, hey man, you told us we ain't going to no more wars. Nope, because you praise and idolize and worship celebrities, and it's all about who you like. So it don't matter what he say. You don't hold him to what he say. You can see him in as many pictures as you want, doing as much shit as you want to see. It doesn't matter because your mind is made up regardless. It's the same thing with Bill Clinton, same thing with Joe Biden, same thing with Barack Obama. It's just all it is a rerun of the same bullshit. I'm telling y'all this. And people say, Ticket, well, why wouldn't you call other people how they say we're hypocrites? Because we are hypocrites. Think about it. We want to go resolve a whole nother country's issues. We can't even resolve our own issues. Say it again. The United States doesn't even have a solution for healthcare. Everybody talking about, oh, but Ticket, we got to go to war. They don't even help the vets like they're supposed to. Go ask any vet what it's like for them when they got to go to the hospital, when they need medication, when they're short on ends and can't buy no food. Why hasn't Donald Trump and all these people who push these wars, why haven't they done over and abundant to help the veterans? I just know talk and that's it. Hey man, salute our vets and that's it. No, put some real action behind that shit. People out here losing their lives behind this stuff, man. And you guys come out here and idolize and worship man. I don't told y'all this. So once again, these people can lie to your face and you won't even question their character. They can say whatever they want to say to you, and because you like them, you gonna roll with whatever they do. So even though he told you that war is wrong and that we shouldn't be going to wars and getting into it with other countries and worried about other countries' business, when I say it, I'm a turncoat. When Donald Trump say it and then turn around and do the opposite, oh yeah, it is what it is. Come on, man. Come on, bro. We talk about, oh man, Ticket, they're insane overseas in all these other countries. They're sick. We're sick. You can have a sick elderly person walk to the hospital right now. If they ain't got insurance, they're going to die. They're going to let them die. They ain't going to get no treatment. That's humane to y'all? Meanwhile, you got people that got millions and billions of dollars riding around here in the nicest cars, nicest plane, nicest all these things. We wasting money on wars, and we could be using that money to help rebuild and to help uplift and to help build up our communities. But since people want to jockstrap sniff celebrities, this is what happens. Right? I want y'all to think about everything I'm saying here. These are all facts. This ain't even me coming on here making nothing up. And once people get through their minds that, damn, bro, they playing with us out here. Like, they really playing with us. Because they know they can do anything they want to do to you. You're going to go with it. Right? That's why Vince McMahon can have all them fucking allegations against him and still have enough nerve to be around here in a GT Continental driving goddamn 100 and something miles per an hour, hit somebody, get pulled over and act like a jackass to the police officer and not get hemmed up. Oh, because he's Vince McMahon. He's a celebrity. Come on, man. It's up, man. It's up. Right? So what people do is they attach themselves to a person, to a figure, right? And now that you have put yourself emotionally attached to somebody or something you don't know, they can do no wrong in your eyes. Regardless of the situation. It don't matter. You don't even need to hear nothing. They can't do no wrong. So people will lie on me in this video. They'll say, oh man, Tiggy was saying Michael Jackson. I didn't say any of that. I didn't say any of that. I said, I hope Michael didn't do it. And he's already been found not guilty in one of these cases. But for people to come in here and just say, hey man, somebody lying, man, they lying. We don't even know these people. You gotta at least show me some evidence that these people have a history of lying or something like that. At least show me that before we get to that part. And then I can get on board and say, okay, well, y'all understand what you're saying, dog. But again, look at the war that's going on right now. People are so sold on idolization of a person that they didn't even now. So they've taken out the leaders in Iran. They've taken out all the nuclear capability. Why are they still attacking Iran? Why haven't they pulled out immediately and came back? That's what they said their goal was. Make it make sense. You're not going to do it. You're not going to, because you know why? Because you praise celebrities. Not the person, not knowing who the person is, but the perception of who that person is. Right? The perception of who that person is. So if I don't know you as a person, how can I vouch for your character if I don't even know you personally? I can't. I don't care what you look like, who you are. And like I said before, a lot of y'all don't even know who your kids is hanging around because you're at work working 2 damn jobs trying to survive. You wake up in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. I'm gonna tell the truth about everything. You wake up 5:30 in the morning, gotta take a shower, get your kids stuff together, get yourself together, get to work. You go to work, you working your ass off all day. You come back home at 5:30. By the time you get back home, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock. You get back home, some of your kids ain't even in the house. They outside playing, they're at a program, or they doing something you don't even know. You come home, you got to cook dinner. You look at whatever they tell you on the news. You may watch a quick TV show or program you like, take a shower, go to sleep, and get up and do the same thing over again. Think about what I just said. You get a week vacation once a year, and that's it. So when the teacher called you at school and say, "Hey, what your kid do?" Let me tell y'all something. My pops didn't know what I was doing at school. He didn't know I was acting a fool at school until the principal called his ass and said, "Hey, come up here and look at what your son doing in class." Yeah, he in here acting a fool. My pops came up there, I was in there acting a damn fool. I look at the window, he's standing right there looking. I say, "Oh shit, got the whooping of a lifetime." He would have never known what I was doing in school based off of what he. Well, he probably did think I was because I was being an asshole at home too. But I'm just saying, this is the same way people feel about their kids. You'll never believe your kids did nothing wrong unless somebody prove it to you. I'm just being honest with y'all. How many parents y'all seen like that? They may be your friend. You may say, "Hey, look, man, you need to be watching Johnny. He out here acting a damn fool." What? He ain't know you a damn lie. Now you don't got to argue with somebody else because they try to put you on game. I'm telling y'all this, right? So peep everything I'm saying to y'all in these situations, man. All I'm saying is, man, is that man, you gotta stop idolizing and worshiping. As far as it's okay to be fans of certain people and stuff like that. Like, I'm fans of guys, man. I got people that I'm fans of I like, man, but it ain't never gonna cross over to my integrity as a man. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, it's okay to be fans of people. You guys, you fans of people music. I like people music. Hey man, look, cool. But when you allow that to oversurp you and engulf you the way they do with all these different, especially these political figures too, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, it's crazy work, right? So you get mad at me. All I'm saying is, man, is before you rush to judgment on people, open your eyes and never judge books by its cover. Because you can put anything on the cover, but what do that book say? Right? If you turn on the TV and somebody tell you somebody's evil enough, you'll believe it without even knowing or without even thinking. You'll believe it, right? If you watch certain people, you would have thought that Barack Obama was not an American citizen. You would have believed everything about birther, period. Some people still do. Or you'll believe that Melania Trump is an illegal citizen of the United States of America. See how I can reverse that? It's all about who you like. Y'all have a great day, man. Again, I don't hope Michael Jackson is I don't hope he did that. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish that on no black man. I don't wish that on no brother because I already understand the trials and the tribulations that we go through. But I ain't shitting on nobody I don't even know to even I haven't even seen no and y'all know how this goes. Everybody say, "Where's the evidence?" Don't you know you gotta go to court to present that? Y'all know how the court system works. You present your evidence in court, right? So you never know what's going on. People can say all of these things. And some woman in the chat room says they want us to stay. I'm gonna say this to you. If somebody violated me, I want that shit too. But we don't know if it's true. And somebody said, "Well, why would you?" And this is I want to answer that question hypothetically because what people said. Somebody said, well, why would you wait till they're not here? Some people are afraid of how powerful you are when you're alive to go against you. They don't have the money, the funds, the resources to battle you. Right? So again, I'm just saying, I have to look into the evidence of this case to see, I don't know. And if I see something and it's flawed, I'm on their ass. But I have never heard of these people before. So that's why I said how I said it. Right? I don't want Michael Jackson to be guilty of this stuff. You don't want nobody to be guilty of this stuff. Right? So again, I'm just telling y'all what it is, man. Hopefully we can get to a point of where we all have rational level of thinking and stop just shitting on people because they everyday average citizens. Straight up. All right. So you guys let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in here, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And so again, y'all let me know what y'all think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.